In the West, everybody wants to meditate, they want to do yoga. They're taking our rich culture and they're really blossoming. Past thoughts are all about regret, mostly, and the future thoughts are all of fear. Namaste, everyone, and welcome. Thank you all for joining me for this session of mindfulness meditation. I am so happy to be here with you all, and I want to thank Dr. Ramesh for inviting me for this session. I'm so honored to be here with you all. And my name is Lama Aria Drolma, and I am from the Tibetan Buddhist tradition. And so I want to give you some insight today to living your highest potential. This has always been something very dear to me. I always wanted to understand this human life. How is it? There are some people who have done extraordinary things, and there are some people who live day to day, ordinary lives. And then while we are working, we have families, and there are so many things that we go through our life. One day we just pass away. And that's not what I want to live this life. I want to live my life to the highest potential. And I look at our great masters like, Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, so many masters and gurus and teachers that we have around the world who have made a difference in our lives. They've taught us a path. Buddha, and so many other masters and teachers. And those were other guides, those are my guides, and that is the path I want to live. Living to your highest potential is the topic. And one of the most important topic in the Buddhist tradition that I would like to emphasize is transformation. Transformation is a powerful concept rooted not only in the Buddhist tradition, but in all spiritual philosophy, philosophical tradition. It teaches us that we transform our minds, we transform our entire experience of life. Our perception of the world is a mirror of our inner state. By cultivating a mindful, compassionate, and positive mindset, we can refrain our challenges, interactions, and daily experience and bring together greater peace and fulfillment. So, the idea is we are given this life, we have this life, and we also have our minds that enforces all our day-to-day activities. And most often, our minds normally is not always on the positive energy aspect. It has all these negative aspects. We think of smaller things, how to today, how do I get up and go to work and all these ordinary things. Or within that life, we can have an extraordinary experience. We can have a life with peace, compassion in our heart. And that's the greatest happiness I feel. So I want to explore a few concepts here regarding transformation of your mind to rather than being stuck in one habitual pattern that we all get stuck. So one of the concept I would like to bring forth is simplifying your life. And what I mean by that is we clutter our life with so many things that we don't need. So also we clutter our mind with all kind of thoughts. And the important aspect of having peace, inner peace and happiness is to declutter your surroundings, declutter your mind of all the negative thoughts, and really make a commitment that that's what it is. It's a transformation, it is an intention to say, I will live a life, declutter everything in my house, keep everything minimal, declutter my mind, and really pay attention to that. I live in America, in New York, and I live in a monastery, Tibetan monastery, and I often take walks around the block, the whole lane. And a lot of people's homes have garages, and they keep the garages open, and they are packed with things. Not only their homes, but everything in the garage, which they think they're going to use, they never use it. So this is something important. It not only leaves less of your carbon footprints, it's less harmful to the world, with all the consumption we're consuming. And this is something really important for you to keep in mind, to embrace it. And then I always emphasize that it's so important to live with intention. Gone are the day in the morning you can just wake up and say, I'm going to let the day, you know, guide me. But these days, our days are limited, our time is limited because we have so much to do. And I always want to set the day in a very positive note. And so, one of the things that I do as I wake up is think of thoughts of gratitude. And this, 5 thoughts of gratitude. It can be as simple as, oh my God, I'm so lucky that I have this beautiful white sheets that I'm sleeping on. And the gratitude can be, oh my God, how wonderful that I can wake up. I'm breathing today. I'm alive. And simple thoughts, 5 thoughts. Oh, how wonderful I can wake up and go and get myself a cup of tea, a cup of coffee. What a privilege this is. So gratefulness, just to bring anything of gratitude. Like today, when I woke up, this morning was so beautiful. I'm in Delhi currently, and I said to myself, what a beautiful day. And I was so happy. So 5 thoughts of gratitude as you wake up. This would really transform your negative state into bringing it into a positive state of mind. And then the third aspect I want you to take home is thankfulness. After giving gratitude, just bringing into mind a few thoughts of thankfulness. Thankfulness to our wonderful parents. We are so lucky that we have such beautiful parents that took care of us. And if it's not your parents, your grandparents, your brothers, your sisters, we have so many things to be thankful. 5 thoughts of being thankful to my teacher, to every friend that I've had who have taught me something. And today, when I am faced with anything which I feel is a challenge, I take it as my teacher. As I take it to learn patience, to have compassion for this person. And this really helps me really be in a space of positivity. And when you're in the space of positivity, you attract more positive people. And so the idea of thankfulness. And then I also think in the morning as I wake up, to live intentionally. So to bring in a day as it's going about bustling and the hustle of it, to bring a little joy, every moment, to bring a little joy, a little bit of happiness from day to, every moment of the day. So I stop, And when I have my tea, afternoon tea, or my coffee, I just sip it and I say, whoa, love, look at the taste of this coffee. It's fantastic. Instead of just gulping it and going back to your work, taking that moment to appreciate life, to appreciate a bird. And I feel so beautiful when I look at birds, when I look at a squirrel going about in its day, all the things. That's the beauty of it. Their lovely shape. So there's so many things that can bring you micro joy into your heart. And I would really, really pay attention to everything around me. If you probably see a flower, when you see a flower, you absolutely, there is no mistake that there is a higher self. The petals are so perfect, the colors. And even today, when I go step out into a market, I look at every aspect. I will go to a shop. I look at the flowers. I look at their colors. And I love when I go into the market because I live in New York. I love the aspect of the vendors who sell jasmine flowers. They still measure it with into their arm. I love that because as a child, we would get all these jasmine flowers and we had a small prayer room in our house and we would put each small little flower of all the cheers in the prayer room. What joy. So I definitely in your busy hustle and bustle life, you can definitely bring small moments of bliss into your life. And then I think the most important aspect that I really want you to take home regarding transformation, it is meditation. Bring a few moments in a day, take few moments in a day, meditate. And meditation, there are various ways of meditation. This is our rich heritage that we all have. Such great masters in India taught us all meditation. And but we don't use it. In the West, everybody wants to meditate, they want to do yoga. They're taking our rich culture and they're really blossoming. And whereas where it started, mindfulness meditation, and of course there were many spiritual um, traditions that have started the mindfulness meditation. We have stopped, but it's really important to bring a few moments of meditation into a life, which would be to just sit quiet for a moment. And all you have to do is observe what is going on in your mind. It's like, wow, what am I thinking right now? And then just put your mind's attention on your breath, just breathing in, breathing out, because the mind needs an anchor. And this can be in a day, 3 times a day. Just check your mind. What are you thinking? Where's your mind going off? And most often, your mind has wandered off into a storyline of a problem. And at the current moment, you may be absolutely fine. You're sitting and having a cup of tea, but your mind has wandered off into some problem. So bringing your mind to the present moment, how do we do it? By putting our mind's attention on our breath, breathing in, breathing out. Why? You can't breathe in the past and you can't breathe in the future. And our thoughts all are about the past. Past thoughts are all about regret, mostly. And the future thoughts are all of fear. But every time it's good to live in the present moment. And the present moment is putting our mind's attention on our breath. Just one breath, inhale, and exhalation is one breath. And you can do for 2 breaths, 3 breaths. Just think, what am I thinking? It's the past. Let it go. It's the future. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. Let it go. So, this is how transformation is so important to live our life to the highest potential. So, these are the steps that I want you to live by that will be so fulfilling to your life and it will bring you joy. These are the small things that you can do in your daily life that can bring joy and happiness. And I would, I really would, um, love it for you to practice this and makes the small transformation. And I guarantee you that it'll be so joyful to live in this positive energy state. And I want to take this time and say that we are all interconnected in so many ways. And may you be the person that you spread joy and happiness to everyone, to all the sentient beings, to animals, to yourself, and create a field of positive energy that you live in. I thank you so much and have a wonderful, blessed day. Thank you, everyone.